Hey everybody, this is Under the Arch Sports. I'm Eric Hobbs, and let's talk about Tamar Bates, the newest Mizzou basketball commitment. First, need you guys to subscribe to our YouTube channel. Find us on Facebook, on Instagram, and find us on Twitter. Yeah guys, Tamar Bates on an official visit to Mizzou out of the transfer portal. Friday night, on the official visit, he tweeted out his commitment about 9:30, 9:45 on Friday night, and it was not that big of a surprise. So a little bit about him. He is 6'5", 198 pounds. That was his listed size last season. He is originally from Kansas City, Kansas. So maybe not the home state school, but kind of the home school. He originally committed to Texas back when out of high school, but he backed that off of that commitment when Shaka Smart left. And he was the first commitment to Indiana when they hired Mike Woodson. So he spent 2 years at Indiana and entered the transfer portal. Rivals had him as the 50th ranked transfer in the portal, a 4-star. And looking at his stats a year ago, 6.1 points a game, 39.2% from the floor, not elite, but 37.4% from three. That'll play. He also shot just about 93% from the free throw line. Again, good. Now, who wanted him? Out of high school, it was it was a lot of teams. He was ranked 34th in the country overall in the Rivals 150 coming out of high school, the class of 2021. So he was considering Alabama, Creighton, Texas, Kansas. Well, in the transfer portal, there was a lot of buzz with Michigan early on, and then it kind of centered on Mizzou and Kansas State after a day or two. And by the time he visited Mizzou, a lot of people were expecting him to end up a Tiger, and here we are. So when I took a look at his film, there was conveniently a package specifically meant for the transfer portal. And it was a lot of his highlights from this past season for the Hoosiers. And the three-point shooting is what stood out. That's what the highlight package emphasized. And what I saw was that a lot of his game it's kind of based on the three-point shooting. And what I mean is he's going to shoot an open shot, and he's lethal when he's open. Now, if he gets the ball and someone's closing out quickly enough, and they're coming way too hard, way too aggressive, he's able to recognize that, and he'll drive the lane and blow right by the guy coming at him. And that just creates opportunities either for him to get to the rack, or if there's help defense, then that should leave a big man open for a dunk. So it's good that he recognizes that, and he plays off of the three. That's a big part of his offensive game. I think that it's important that when he drives, he doesn't just put his head down and go to the rack. Because at 6'5", 198, he's not super strong. It's not like he just gets worked over once he gets inside the paint, but that's not a big part of his game. So it's good that he keeps his head up, and he will patiently, kind of methodically work his way into the lane. And it almost looks like slow motion, but it's a patient drive, which is good. So looking at that, combined with his defense, I looked at his defensive rating, which is like 102, if I'm going off the top of my head there, which, honestly, about the same as Kobe Brown and Demoy Hodge. You may think, oh, well, Hodge got all those steals, elite defender, so forth. Hodge's rating got killed because he went for so many steals, and while he got a lot, if he missed, he hung the entire defense out to dry. So his guy scored a lot. So I'd say decent defender is what I think Mizzou fans can expect. For the Tigers, with Dennis Gates rebuilding the roster to an extent, this almost finishes off the backcourt. Perhaps Caleb Grill from Iowa State. He's rumored to be interested in the Tigers. We'll see what happens with that. But there's not a whole lot of room left in the backcourt. The majority of the emphasis for anybody left in the transfer portal will be on big men, specifically rebounders. So I think that's where you should expect to see all the attention in terms of names popping up for visits and so forth. But hey, a three-point shooter, that's good. And he's got the long arms. He's got kind of that same type of build that Gates wants, where guys can be truly positionless. So to an extent, I think he fits that mold pretty well. And, there's the potential that there's just a bunch of untapped potential and talent that Bates has. And, we'll see what happens. Remember, he was 34th overall in the Rivals 150 coming out of high school. And now he's got 2 years of eligibility remaining for Mizzou. So we'll see. Anyway, that's all I've got for this video. Keep it tuned here to Under the Arch Sports as we continue to talk about the Cardinals. We'll have a little bit of kind of a, postseason look at the Blues and what went wrong. City SC, Battlehawks, even Mizzou football. Thanks for checking out this video. See you guys next time.